Alright, hello? Okay. Yeah, I had to restart the computer to fix the capture card for some odd reason. I think that that's because I opened Chrome so that I could watch the Twitch chat, and I think, I've mentioned before, my computer has some issues with its parts. I think I ended up maybe bottlenecking something. I have no idea. I know very little about tech, so that's just me kind of throwing a shot in the dark as to why that would happen. That hasn't happened in a very long time. I am, oh, wait, hang on, I gotta get the model back on here. Put that back up. I'm just gonna have Twitch chat open on my phone and like have it tilted to the side. And I'll periodically look over and make sure that nothing has slipped through the cracks. Hopefully Restream chat will not have any issues from here out. Still getting the model going. Still loading up the model. Alright, the application is open. Let me just calibrate. Okay. Not bad. Alright, I think we're in business. So, I don't think, gosh, there's just so many red paths. Oh my god. Just complete insanity. I'm curious. I wanna check something out. I'm getting a little tired of the catacombs, so I'm gonna see. Because I see a red dot up here at what I thought was a dead end. I want to go investigate if that is the case. Looks like a dead end to me. You would need to be able to clear the tower, I suppose. I mean, I don't see any other way that you could possibly proceed there. Catacombs are massive. Let's I don't know. Maybe check this bottom and then left node. I don't think we can do anything about that one. What? I hate this room. I have a way to get that open. We need some type of device to interact and open that, I believe. I guess we'll try the room beneath us. I can't reach that. I doubt I can get up here, but let's see. That doesn't even... I can't even get to the room that I'm wanting to get to there. Try that ring to the right of us. I'm really grasping at straws here. So glad we have this return to press by button though. I wish they had made me aware of it a little earlier on, but I'm just glad to have it at all. Unless I'm missing something. Be able to reach that. Just try left and up, I guess. should be a way up in this room. I did pull this lever, yeah. Nothing here. Freddy's Memoirs 4, always talking about a successor, within earshot no less. Have I outlived my usefulness? Talks of royal blood, of succession, I don't understand. I have no desire of birthing a child. Oh, I probably shouldn't have pressed that bench. Oh well. Come on. Just didn't want him to get from behind while I was unaware. Whatever. Oh. Okay. He did it to me twice. Crazy to think such a small fry could be such a problematic enemy here. I think this is what we needed to do. Come up here. that weird, like, sarcophagus, effigy, Iron Maiden looking thing. I know that's like 3 different things, but that's about all I can use to describe that. You got that archway. Oh, damn it. Lever. Now that is useful. Auto-targeting on some of these ranged enemies is not to be desirable. Just try to venture to get that bench, because we desperately need it. Looks like a training area, perhaps one used by her guardian. I am returned is actually a term that is very old. It's just not used very much anymore. Hello again, up game. peek over here to the right. That's a boss room. Get me out of here. White Priestess, impart upon me your blessing. I don't know. My Elgato products have issues constantly, and I think it's because of my computer parts not being so good. My only possible theory is that because I had Twitch chat open inside of Chrome so that I could make sure I didn't miss anything, I probably bottlenecked something. I tried everything to fix it after. I restarted the PlayStation, I unplugged the capture card and plugged it back in. I went into sounds and disabled and re-enabled it. Nothing. It was only until I restarted the whole computer that it actually worked again. This is very much a issue that I have with my microphone as well. I had to uninstall, the entire reason I bought this microphone was for its excellent audio interface. So I don't think I ever upgraded my boy actually. It has a audio interface that comes with the microphone that lets you manage stream audio, and that's the entire reason I bought this microphone. I can't use it because my computer encounters issues, and if it like bottlenecks or whatever, then the microphone will just shut off and I will not be able to use it until I restart the entire computer. So I had to uninstall that program and just use the microphone like a normal microphone in order to actually be able to stream without issue. Hopefully these issues will be alleviated once I get my computer upgraded. Doing the best I can. Oh. Unfinished note. I'm going to the verboten domain with the priestess. I know not if any means of shedding the blight exists, other than purification. Alas, we won't see one another for a while. Sigrid. My heart aches more than you know. I long to hear your voice, to hold you in embrace. I wish to be with you. Were our situations reverse, you would be the one tagging her to the dangerous place. I couldn't bear it. I'm fine with being the one to go, as long as you are safe, Sigrid. That's enough. It's unfortunate that didn't go so well. Sigrid. Like I said, this is the sister. Holy hell. That's gonna be rough. Well, you know. Technical issues happen. I might want to take off Hammer Boy, but I do really good in the first phase. My block doesn't have a cooldown, but my Knight's block does. Probably upgrade the Shield Knight because I really like the parry here. I don't know why we're encountering issues with her being a little bit too forward now, though. That's really weird. We didn't have that issue before. Oh, we got her. I'm sorry for everything. I was not worthy of being the priestess's guardian. I thought I had found a way to protect her from the blight. In the end, my only choice was to flee. The blight washed over the land like an ever-consuming wave. Sheep and shepherds of the cathedral alike all eventually became blighted. Now, my body feels not quite my own, a stranger within my own flesh. Foul mages and their blasted potion, I was meant to be her guardian. Protector of the White Priestess, now turned brutal killer. Madness. Is this the work of the blight? Or who am I truly inside? Sigrid, if I could see you, before there's nothing left of me. You were the only one I truly wished to protect. My beloved sister, I only wished. Guardian Silva. Chain attacks with a hammer. Hold to charge attack. Charge attacks cause more damage and cover a wide area. Silva became a guardian to protect her beloved sister, knowing full well it would separate them. She took on the burden of guarding the priestess. Guardian's Wings. R2 on ground or air. Guardian Silva's blighted wings enhance evasive ability, allowing a nimble dodge. Slide to get out of harm's way. Oh, that's good. We could certainly have used a better dodge, so this helps quite a bit. The mighty blighted wings of Guardian Silva grant swiftness for artful dodges, whether grounded or in the air. Oh? Action. Last rites. When SP gauge is full, up on the D-pad. Button of desired main skill. An ancient power that awakened after the White Priestess took an incredible amount of blight. The defiled souls of the blighted are unleashed to wreak havoc as they did in life once more. Oh, whoa. Build the SP gauge by attacking enemies and pressing up on the desired main skill button. Once it's full, perform last rites and inflict tremendous damage. Huh. It's the guardian of the White Priestess at the font. Then we must be close. The blight spreads even ever further. It is said that priestesses have hold over their senses despite the blight. But this seems far too much for anyone to bear. As important as purification is, a priestess must also think of herself. I dare not say it, but you might be the last of your kin. There would be no shame in running from all of this. No one remains who could condemn you if you did. For my part, I want you to live, to leave this land behind. You never should have awakened. Yet now our fate is in your hands alone. I'm sorry. Only you can end the curse of the eternal blight. At the farthest reaches in a distant spring, there are waters yet untainted, clear and blue. This is... The Guardians, everyone, they've all been consumed by madness. Yeah, I'm really glad to have this stash now. It's been a long time coming. Oh. Can I make that jump? No. I don't know. I imagine she, yeah, she doesn't do as much damage as he does. She can charge her attacks, which is a pretty big deal. Pretty sure this is the type of game where none of the spirits are gonna become directly, like, you know, outclassed by another. They probably want all of them to be able to be, special in some way, but I'm sure that she can probably suit a similar role to him. I should totally be able to reach that now, right? There we go. Oh dear. Well, we had a dash, but yeah, now we have a way better dash. Holy spring water, increase the potency of the healing prayer. Bottle of water drawn from the fountainhead, a spring in the hinterlands where the white priestess of the font was born. It is said the priestess was named after the place of her birth, and named just so. The priestess came before her. Okay. Let's see. We can reach that part to the side now. Go. Oh, there's a hive. Oh, that dash is so much better. Ooh, I love his special. Return bench feature. Stop. I know. Yeah, like it's been here the whole time, and I just haven't realized that it's just right here. You just hit start. It's not even like a limited resource, and it's super quick load too. White Priestess statue. Increase the maximum number of uses for the healing prayer by 1. Ooh, that's good. A statue of the White Priestess of the Dawn, unearthed by a follower of the White Paris. She who saved Land's End from the blight became an object of hope and faith. Okay, she was probably the first one, so it probably went Dawn, and then Wind, and then whatever they called the next one, probably. But there's been 4 or 5. Whoops. Yes, it replaces the roll where she stumbles. He readjusted himself. That's interesting. That's some intricate AI. This is like a perfect dash now. It's really good. Huge upgrade. Absolutely massive. Ooh, Chain of Sorcery. Yeah, so these are basically your charm slots, is what Chains of Sorcery are. I don't know if you noticed earlier, but yeah, we capped out. So we have 5 out of 7 slots filled right now for our charms. Oh, there's something in this room too? Okay. Probably up there. But we'll explore it anyway. Let's see solos. Okay. Pretty gimped range. Probably gets better if you upgrade her. I like how fast it fills, honestly. I also love that it gives you iframes. That's huge. Ooh, I got it. Amulet fragment. Yeah, it's a really impressive game. I will confess that it's been a little sad for me though, seeing some of the story developments, because so much of what I've been writing for Alternate Vita continues to be a thing here, and I'm like, oh no. Oh, people are really gonna think I'm copying, so like I have to change stuff. Which is ironic. Like I feel like I kind of deserve it for all the times that Hollow Knight had stuff, and I'm like, yeah, that's Dark Souls. Not that I was saying that they were copying Dark Souls, but that they were inspired by. And yeah, I find it really ironic that so many of the things that I've been planning to do keep showing up here. Which, like, I expected some of that just from, like, the whole Fallen Kingdom thing they were going for. But, it's honestly a crazy amount, even, like, the terms that they use, and I'm like, oh, I gotta change some names. I'm absolutely blown away by the fact that we can still slam with Hammer Boy even when we don't have him equipped. That's so good, because it completely alleviates the issue of feeling like I need to run him just so I can, you know, properly explore. There's still something, or wait, no, this is an orange room. I've been exploring. There's something, like, orange to me, like, signifies, because I guess because it's close to red, and the way that, like, HUDs usually work, like, red is typically, like, you know, an enemy and stuff like that. That's fine, we're, like, right by the bench. Orange to me, in my brain, is, like, this is the unexplored one, and blue is this is the one that's finished, because it's, like, the more, like, peaceful, subdued color. But, yeah. Let's put that on. We're full. Such a well-crafted game. So what is in this room that I don't have? Because this room is blue. Oh, it's up there. I can't reach that. So that is very much a later me item. Another thing that's good about this dodge is that there were scenarios where I was animation locked, and I had to be very careful that I left enough time for me to be able to do that, or to go for our wimpy dodge. That's absolutely not the case anymore. I have plenty of time now to just go in for the dodge, because this dodge is able to get me out of that lock much faster. So I still can't come up here, I don't think. Ow. Okay, you know what? Let's just... So you're still locked, right? Yeah. We can probably get to the snow area now. There's a lot available to us now. Let's go see about the snow area, because I was pretty intrigued by it. Absolutely. They are like, I don't know, like, I want to say they're comparable, because like they're both metroidvanias, so like they're inevitably going to be compared to one another. And you can clearly see with, like, you know, the whole bench, and you know, you got the charm slots and everything. They're very much inspired, or at least saw the work of Hollow Knight and decided to implement some of that. I think I mentioned this a previous time, but I plan to play Ori and Will of the Wisps eventually. And I know that Ori 2 ran into a lot of issues because a lot of people came to the conclusion that Ori 2 was blatantly copying Hollow Knight. And there's some mechanics in the game that very much seem straightly ripped from Hollow Knight, but they do put their own spin on it. In early interviews, they mentioned that they have been looking at Hollow Knight, and then it seems like after people started to levy these concerns that they were copying, they had to completely go in a 180 position and say that they weren't inspired or looking at Hollow Knight at all. I imagine that's to not only cover their reputation for people that, you know, view it as a ripoff, quote unquote, but also for legal. Well, I highly doubt anything legal could have possibly happened, nor would Team Cherry have had a chance of doing anything to a Microsoft-owned studio, but yeah, they had to back up on some of those claims, it seems. But yeah, Hollow Knight's, you know, been hugely influential. And I'm really glad that its mechanics are having this big of an effect on the Metroidvania genre. Because, I mean, when you think about it, you get Symphony of the Night and Metroid and all that, and they spawn a whole genre of games. And then everyone's just kind of been working with that formula, adding some little things here and there. But now, Hollow Knight is like the third child. Or rather, the third predecessor for future Metroidvanias that are going to be looking at it as, you know, a monolith to what you can do with a Metroidvania. Just like in the same way that as the Souls-like genre evolves, we get newer and newer entries in the Souls-like genre, and they continue to look at each other and reiterate on previous mechanics and developments and evolve upon them, and it's just extremely good for the genre as a whole. Oh my god, he made it through. I took out 3 of them. Yeah, I definitely think they should have stuck to their guns on that one. I mean, thinking about it from a creative point of view, you know, I can very much see, you know, if I was in their shoes, I could see getting scared that, you know, you pour your heart and soul into making this game, and you know, people start drawing this concept that you have copied someone else's work, and it's scary and it's sad, and you know, I could see them getting to a point where they're just, you know, afraid that people are going to view it that way, and so they completely backtrack on that, even if it is the bad move. But I don't know. It's hard to tell what really went through their head. All I know is that Ori 1 is a fantastic game from what I've heard, and Ori 2 is also very good, and I very much look forward to playing them. I made a mistake here. I gotta go to Respite again. And I love Hollow Knight, so if it has mechanics from Hollow Knight in Ori 2, I mean, I'm down. I'll take it. Maybe that's because I'm so familiar with, like, the Souls-like genre, where, you know, there's just so much of taking from others that have come before. So maybe I have a different kind of outlook on that, but I'm here for it. And we're getting Silksong, and that's, oh man, Silksong's gonna be so good. I really like, you know, it's hard to get, you know, lightning in a bottle twice. So, you know, I highly doubt that Silksong is going to revolutionize the genre the way that Hollow Knight did. But there's a good chance that, you know, Team Cherry might surprise us all with even more evolutions. Quite early in the fandom life. In the Hollow Knight fandom? Oh yeah, I suppose that is true, yeah. Because Hollow Knight is a relatively newer fandom. And they've kind of been the, you know, they're the new kid on the block. They're from like a small studio and all that. Ori had like Microsoft backing. That's another thing though, is that, you know, I feel that because Ori was a Microsoft published game, and there was a lot more people talking about Ori, they had way more eyes on them. So if it had been like a little indie dev or something that made Ori 2, barely anyone would have batted an eye, most likely, at the similarities between them and Hollow Knight. But because it's a Microsoft published game, it had all eyes. So apparently I'm missing an, oh, there he is. Oh, accidentally. Cold. So cold. Okay. Accidentally used my super. You know, I think it would be really precious to see some, like, crossover artwork with this character and the Little Knight. Because look at how, like, you know, she's all light and, like, sparkly. And then the Little Knight is, you know, all abyssal darkness. But they're also both so, like, small and precious. You could do some really cute crossover stuff. Crowsworn is also involved in the whole... Oh, is it? I thought I heard that Team Cherry actually helped them with some stuff. Or maybe that was the Blasphemous developer that was helping them with some stuff. Bloodied Note 1. Day 1. Knights, soldiers, sinners, even the sorcerers are here for the Bastion defense. Why'd they volunteer? That Coven lot. Give me the jitters. Day 5. It's been 5 days since this battle began. Never in my life have I seen so many blighted. You seem so composed. Are you not cold? We did well to come across that amulet. Seems it helps weather the bitter frost. That's good. I much prefer warmer environs myself. Perhaps the one good thing about this form of mine is that I no longer feel anything, no matter what I may long to feel. However, a good rest to warm ourselves would do us good before we press on. Yeah, Leth helped them. Yeah, I heard about that. I'm gonna enhance our parry boy, because I love this spirit right here. Should we just... Okay, yeah, we'll bring him all the way up to level 4. What's he like now? It doesn't really change the cooldown much, which is what I was kind of worried about. Was the cooldown. We will have Crowsworn on the channel. That is absolutely 100% a game that we will play at some point. We will have Cult of the Lamb at some point. I'm really looking forward to playing that. I also saw a game last night called Themesia, which is a Plague Doctor themed Souls-like game, and I really want to play it. It's, you know, all these games are they're very cheap in terms of how much they cost to buy, but I'm so limited on funds that it's, whoa. Okay. He's spooky. Gotcha. But yeah, I'm limited on funds, so it'll take me a while to, you know, accrue all of them. I'm trying to make sure that I can have enough to get my Final Fantasy XIV subscription for the new patch, and also afford Cult of the Lamb. Otherwise, we would have Cult of the Lamb like next week. Got involved because their trailer recently subbed on trailer. Oh yeah, I did hear about that. That's right. I think they've said that their main inspiration is Blasphemous, which, oh my god, I don't know if you've seen Blasphemous yet. I know I've talked about it quite a bit, but man, Blasphemous is incredible. Like, that is a 10 out of 10 game. That is almost perfect. I mean, it's really good. Hi, Nix. Good to see you. We are playing Ender Lilies, and it is incredible. It's a really good game. Ouch. Oh my god, he got me on such low health. It's really good. It's very, very interesting. If you have any questions at all, feel free to ask and I will fill you in. Ooh, this is the Twin Spires. Okay. We'll hit that up soon. I'm also loving this snowy area. I really love snow areas. Snow areas are some of my favorite areas in games. Ouch. There were some people, apparently, that compared this game to Child of Light, which is a little silly, because I think that literally the only similarity is that you have a child with, like, light powers, and that's about it. Damn, he got out of it. Got the parry. Yeah, you're toast. I can't go on. Spirit, fallen sentinel, flies forward, piercing enemies in their path with a blade. After the bastion defense, the heretic sorcerers gave suspicious elixirs to the soldiers of the Twin Spires. When the rain fell, those who drank the brew mutated into winged abominations. Look at their flag. It's like a lily. It checks out. It's really cool. It's actually a really good set. Whoa. That is caked up. Is this? Ah, this is the other side. I see. How much of a game can be inspired before becoming copying? Did you watch the same video as I, which was like it was like a 2-hour video almost on that topic, and specifically about Ori and Hollow Knight, because that's what that video opens with, is that topic. It has a very good take on it. It's kind of hard to copy a game, honestly. Like, I don't know. Like, I struggle to think of any game that's, like, actually just a copy. Because, like, inherently, when you make a game, they're so big and filled with so much stuff that's, like, I don't know, like, typically, when people only really use, like, copying and, like, a rip-off, if the game itself is of unsatisfactory quality, but trying to emulate something else. So for example, Lords of the Fallen is a very subpar Souls game in most people's eyes, including myself. And so people would call it, you know, a Dark Souls ripoff, because it wasn't very good. If Lords of the Fallen was actually good, no one would have called it a ripoff, really. They would have just been like, yeah, it's a Souls-like game, it's really good. Which is what we see happening with a lot of Souls-like games now. But it wasn't very good, and so you end up in a scenario where people call it a ripoff. Even though it has new iterations on that genre, it has mechanics that aren't present in the other games. So, I don't know. You know, Lotus Knight is a game that is very clearly copying a lot of Hollow Knight stuff. They even got in trouble because some of their animations were too similar to attacks in Hollow Knight. But Lotus Knight is going for, like, a, you know, Chinese-inspired theme. You have this completely different story narrative going on, and even if it's got animations that are really similar, there's only so many ways that you can animate a character hitting in a game, and it's very clearly inspired by Hollow Knight as, like, a labor of love. So even Lotus Knight, I wouldn't say it's a direct ripoff or copying it, but it's, you know, it's taking huge amounts of notes out of Hollow Knight's book. I don't know. It's too complicated of a question for me to give a definitive answer, really. Let's try out this boy. Ooh, I love those flags. Those are the extra fancy ones. Those are banners rather than flags, but once again, the tops of these little arches reminiscent of flower petals. These are reminiscent of flower petals. I love this. This is one thing Hollow Knight did as well, where, like, every bit of Hollow Knight architecture screamed like bug. Like, it was all similar to bug designs. And then even on a deeper level, depending on the area and culture it is, you know, the Mantis Lords area, you can see things that, like, remind you of mantises. And you know, so on and so forth with the other areas in Hollow Knight. Oh, that music. This is very, how do you say? Feels like there's a lot at stake in this music. Like that build up there. The swelling of the music, yeah. The music is very swelling. Music does so much for a game. I've talked about how much I care about sound design in games quite a bit. One story that I found very interesting, I think it was I don't know if it was GoldenEye or a different shooter game, but there was a shooter game. Look at that flower. Is that lone flower still surviving out here? Huh. There was a shooter game, really old one. I heard a story about how in the game, so you had two different factions, and they had different types of guns. So it was like a historical based game, and you got to use guns from that era. They were all World War II based. And the gun on the Allied forces side, I believe I'm gonna say that it's the one that they felt was weaker. And so all the players thought it was weaker than the default assault rifle on the Axis side. But it turns out that in actuality, all the guns were completely comparable and the same in every single way. It's just a different skin of what historical weapon it is, depending on the faction you're on. The only difference in the weapons was that the hit sounds, the bullet sounds on the Allies side was meatier, or no, it wasn't as meaty as the one on the Axis side, and so people had a false interpretation that the other gun was weaker, and that's how much a sound design can affect a player on a level that they're not even aware of. Players were legitimately performing better with the weapon because they played more confidently with the weapon, thinking that it was actually stronger. But it was all just placebo. It just sounded like it hit better. This is kind of a thing in Dark Souls 2. I feel a lot of players feel, myself included, they feel like the weapons lack any type of impact in Dark Souls 2 because they changed what it sounds like when you hit enemies with the weaponry in Dark Souls 2, and it sounds so much less meaty. Like, it sounds, I don't know, wet almost. It doesn't have the same heavy weight behind it that the Dark Souls 1 weapons have. And so everything just feels worse to use, even if it's mechanically sound. And that's not to say that that's the only issue in Dark Souls 2. Dark Souls 2 has other issues, but it's another example of just how important sound design is. Did you hear that? You hear the multiple sounds coming off of when you strike them with that super attack? The way that it sounds like it's shredding into them multiple times, like a saw blade going back and forth. It gives you this, you know, evolved concept of a really strong sword hit just slamming into him. If it didn't sound good, if it didn't sound strong, you wouldn't think that it was quite as powerful, even if the damage numbers were good. When will the snow cease, I wonder? Filthy... Oh, wait, we've read this one. Thank you. It is swelling. Like, it has ups and downs in it. I think what it's trying to capture is the desperation that these soldiers probably felt while they were in this, like, you know, they were held up under siege, essentially. You know, the Blighted forces aren't mounting a intelligence siege, I don't think. I mean, they could have. They do have a leader. But, you know, they were essentially under siege and, you know, had multiple skirmishes going throughout. And so you have these, like, calm moments in between the skirmishes, and then you have the swell and conflict that comes in. Unfortunately, I don't know enough about music to, like, tell you things like, oh, it's in this key. When they put it in this key, they mean to convey this thing to you and all that. I understand the theory of how all that stuff, but I don't know music well enough to tell you what exactly is going on with the keys they're using. But I'm certain that they're probably using keys to try to convey stuff to you as well. I was watching a video. You'll like this game. I was watching a video on a music composer reacting to Hollow Knight music, and I watched basically a whole playlist on it, and I was watching the one on Grimm, and absolutely hit the nail on the head. My favorite part of the Grimm soundtrack, where all, like, the choir comes in and you get that chant and all that, it's very, very reminiscent of God, what is the original name of it? Is it Fifth Toccata? It's something Toccata. Toccata is a very famous classical music track, and I forgive me that I forget who made it. There's so many incredible composers that I couldn't possibly remember them all. But Toccata has been associated with Dracula for years, and Symphony of the Night does this as well. Castlevania music constantly is referencing Toccata, to the point that Symphony of the Night even has a track called Final Toccata. And Grimm, whom is very much taking inspiration from Castlevania's Dracula and all that stuff, he has a portion of his song that is very reminiscent of Toccata. A emotional video. I'm sorry. I don't mean to, you know, be cheesy. I don't mean to talk into. It just is a coincidence. It could be that the music has an effect on me, and it makes me more excited, because that's what it's supposed to do. Is when it slows like that, it increases excitement. Yeah, he's really cool. Him and Alex Malaka. Sorry, Alex, if you end up seeing this. You know how bad I butcher your beautiful French last name. Did I say French? I meant Italian. I'm so sorry. I think I said Italian. I always do this, where I say something, and in the back of my head I'm like, did you say the wrong thing? This happens constantly. Gotcha. God, I love this parry. I wish Hollow Knight had a more like a more impactful parry system, because you can kind of parry where you smack their weapon when it's like coming at you. That kind of works sometimes, but like there's no like hard parry system like the way there is in Souls. Whoa. See, this is a good dragon. We talked about the dragons in Salt and Sanctuary. this is a good dragon because I can still get damage on him, and he obviously this is a, you know, normal enemy and not a boss fight, so it's a bit different, but this is a satisfying dragon to fight, whereas that other dragon in Salt and Sanctuary, you could barely touch him for 90% of the fight. And like dodging through the fire was like felt almost impossible. Dark Souls has also made some bad dragons, so like it's bad dragons. No, not those kinds of bad dragons. Dark Souls has made some bad dragon fights as well, so, you know, even the hallmark of, you know, solid medieval enemy types, they've made mistakes. Ooh, look at this fountain. This is so similar to a fountain you find in Symphony of the Night, but at this time, it's a flower this time, it's all frozen over. That's so cool. French or Italian, which one will it be? He's Italian. I can tell you with 100% certainty he is Italian. Bloodied Note 2, Day 10. This battle is taking its toll on the White Priestess of the Font 2. Will truly be done in for if she falls. Say we best the Blighted. What happens then? What will my family make of me? This undying body of mine surely isn't so different from the Blighted. Sorry. The rain is different here. It falls as snow of death. Before it fell, this keep would have held the Blighted at bay. Yeah. I figured that the rain was snow here. Oh god, I love that red background. I'm not accepting that damage. I'm gonna go sit back at the bench. I like that we have the little bonfires here. It has bonfires. It must be a Souls-like, right? You can't have someone rest at a bonfire and it not being Souls-like. Clearly they're copying Dark Souls. Sarcasm, by the way. Yes, I have to. Whoa, birdie boy. Gotcha. For reals? You know what? Oh my god, he blocked it all. Silksong has a parry? Oh, that's sick. This guy's really getting on my nerves. There we go. I should have just done that. I don't know why I made that more complicated than it needed to be. I love parry systems, even if I'm not always good at them. I feel that most action games are made better by having them. Ironic, because KH doesn't particularly have them. It kind of has what Hollow Knight has, where you can hit an enemy at the same time you hit, and they'll kind of be like a recoil, and it's mostly only a thing in the first game. But KH is a lot more about dodging, and like you get a lot of different evasion type of techniques. But yeah, parries aren't really a thing in KH. They could be. They could implement them later, but they're not so much a thing there, and I don't really miss them too much. I don't really find it an issue that KH doesn't have them, but for a lot of other games, I feel that they're vastly improved by having them. they can be an issue. A lot of people trivialize Bloodborne because they are way too good at the gun parry mechanic, and there's some bosses that you can just outright trivialize if you know when to shoot them. So they can backfire pretty spectacularly, but a lot of times they're really good. Ooh, look at that. That's pretty. Oh, that was satisfying. This feels so much better to go through than the sorcerer area in the catacombs. Oh yes, Bloodborne's parry is way, way too strong. Specifically for certain encounters. It's not always too strong, but there are several bosses that become absolute jokes if you know how to parry them. My favorite boss in the entire Souls game franchise, Lady Maria of the Astral Clock Tower. I absolutely adore that boss fight. Unfortunately, she is extremely susceptible to parries. So if you so choose to play that way, you can make that boss fight a complete nutter joke. Which is very sad for me, because it's the perfect boss... Whoa, that's a big boy. It's the perfect boss fight, otherwise, because she has a moveset that's very similar to your own. So it's like you're fighting someone that is on very equal footing to yourself, and you guys respond to each other's moves in a very similar fashion, and that makes for very interesting types of responses, and you essentially end up in this kind of dance with her when you fight her evasion, but if you start parrying her moves, then she's a joke. Thankfully, I wasn't particularly excellent at parrying, so I didn't really encounter this. I'm certainly not bad at parrying. I can get quite a few off. And I'm definitely better at parrying in Dark Souls than I am in Bloodborne. Something about, like, I just can't really tell what move is a parryable move a lot of the time in Bloodborne. So, yep. It also depends on what gun you're using, too, so there's a lot of variables. Look at just how much better I can run past everything now that I have this better dodge. Crazy. Yeah, I think this is my favorite area. So far, at least, of course. This seems to have been the biggest part of the war. Like, this was the major theater for it, really. Because this was kind of their, like, last stronghold that they had to hold back the invasion from the Blighted Lands. So this is really where the last stand for the kingdom happened. Once this place fell, I mean, it was it was pretty much over at that point. So beautiful. It reminds me of Lords of Shadows, Castle Dracula. Or no, it's Castle Frankenstein in Lords of Shadow because Frankenstein built it. Combat feels so good now. Ooh, look at this room. Oh man, this has some Hollow Knight vibes to it, man. Because of the monochrome palette. Ooh, wow. What is this? What is this thing? It's like it's probably a memorial of some type. Yeah, it's probably a memorial. No, it's not a throne. There's no like armrest or anything to it. It's definitely a memorial. You have all these blades here as well. It's probably for the fallen soldiers. I imagine that, like, due to the circumstances, they probably couldn't bury their dead. So they probably made that monument just to kind of have a way to commemorate the dead that they can't bury. That happens quite a bit in the real world too, where you'll like when we can't retrieve bodies for burial, we'll make a big monument and then put names on it. What the hell is that? Oh, hi Sauron, whoa. God. I love the way the vines coil up the building. That's once again a thing that, like, I'm implementing a lot into Alter Vita stuff, because, like, I'm King Hearts and whatnot. I'm based off of Queen of Hearts, so of course, you know, thorns are going to be a part of the kingdom, because roses. Oh, jeez. Okay. This game just, it hits so many of my, you know, my, like, call it design fixations. You know, the things that I'm really into. You got chains all over the place. I'm super into chains. the thorns. You have stuff that looks like it's dripping. The extreme copious amounts of like skulls and corpses and stuff lying around that like drives home this idea of you know, endless death. The flower stuff, I'm very, very big into like flower iconography. For me, it's mostly roses instead of lilies, but like lilies are a close second place for me. Like, I have this with Kingdom Hearts as well, where it feels, obviously, you know, it's not, but like, I can have such a personal attachment to the way that they're telling this story and the way this game is made that it feels like specialty crafted for me. And that's, you know, incredible when you can have that type of experience with something. Yeah, it's like when people are in like a really dark place and they listen to a song that's like encapsulating what they're feeling. And, you know, they'll often say, like, it feels like this song was written for me. Love that hit. God, Umbral Knight is so cool. I mentioned Child of Light earlier. That's another game that I really want to play. I know very little about it, but it looks so cool. And they did a collab with, I think it was Bloodstained. They did a collab with, and I have nothing but love for Bloodstained Ritual of the Night. So. This is a really good area. Ooh, the rats. I wonder why they have those cages. Maybe they locked themselves. Or no, I think they were used to... They have like fire in them. Why would they have fire in them? I don't know why they would have that. I was gonna theorize maybe because they drink those potions that like mess them up. Maybe they locked themselves away whenever they like needed to rest and stuff. Just in case they, you know, lost themselves, they wouldn't attack their comrades. But it's kind of, I don't know. I mean, they could have got scorched by the dragon enemies, I guess. Yeah, no idea. I know, it's so good. The music here, like, oh my god. I've been talking about it a lot. It's really good. All the music in this game has been at least very good. Some of it is better than other tracks, but yeah, all the music's been very good. Uh-oh. It reminds me of, there's a track in A Silent Voice where we're coming to a real apex point of like both the characters running at each other. And it reminds me a lot of that track. It's very, very cinematic music. Like, typically you don't really have tracks that are, you know, doing this like stop and swell in games. You typically are, well, you can in cutscenes, but typically for area music, you're getting something that's like not so much having a dynamic range to it, because it just feels a little odd sometimes to, you know, have that dynamic range where it's just switching back and forth no matter what's happening in the zone. But I think it really works here. I thought nothing could be as grim as the day that the Bastion. There's definitely a homie in there. Yep. The Wats. We are the rats. We are the rats. Whoa. Man, those boys hurt. Bloodied Note 3, Day 20. The king and the knight captain said that even as immortals we could keep our minds, but I wonder if that holds any truth. My grasp on this body is fading, and yet my mind is still clear. If their mind stayed clear, but their grasp on their body, that means they would have had to, like, they would have had consciousness while they, like, lost control over their faculties. Like, they would have been aware whenever they, like, turned on their allies. Ooh. Oh. Monument engraving. It is a monument, okay. Ser Garad erects this monument in memory of those who fought alongside the White Priestess of the Wind. They fought bravely to eradicate the Blighted, allowing for the construction of the Twin Spires. Their noble sacrifice is the bedrock of our great sanctuary, granting us refuge from the Blighted menaces encroached from the Verboten domain. The knights became immortal because the people from the Coven, the sorcerers from the Coven, sent potions to aid in the in the defense of the kingdom. But due to the Coven people lacking very much empathy, and probably out of a little bit of malice, the potions made you immortal and drove you insane, and you lost control of your body. That's also why Silva killed her her priestess. At least it seems that she did. She took the potion for whatever reason, and it drove her to do that, from what it seemed like. I could be wrong about that, but that's what it seemed like in her Blight memory. These boys with the wings, they drank the potion. Look at the wings sprouted out of them and like deformed them into this creature. And Coven was experimenting with ancient magic, and people made mention of how the potion's effects are similar to the Blight. So I wouldn't be surprised if the effects of the Blight and the effects of the potion are actually quite similar, in the sense that like they're based off of the same magic. Oh, wow. Okay, this seems to be going up all the way, so I want to actually investigate to the left here. Okay. Probably possible to reach him from like the apex up there, but I don't know. No. Well, I think this puts me, yeah, this puts me way off course. Damn. Yeah, I was worried that would happen. I don't think I'm gonna go for that jump again. I'll wait until I have a little bit more tools under my belt. I don't... Where was I? I don't even know where I was. Falling off there was quite the setback. I think I was out there. Yeah, I recognize this. Ow. Dumb old tomahawk. I wonder what cap level is. We're honestly pretty advanced in levels. 51 for... What chapter are we on? 5. Wow, he's got quite a jump on him. We should probably investigate this tree first. There seems to be a chest up there, of which I cannot reach. I really like that enemy type. There's like multiple ways you can deal with them, and all of them are pretty satisfying. Oh, this is a giant lift. Alright. That's a cool segment. I like elevator segments in games. Okay, alright, I need to back off because this is gonna become an increasing problem. So let me just reload that area. Oh, I got stuck in his leg because the frame moved me forward. That's unfortunate. Okay. Well, I should be able to go to the left here and then up. Yep. Okay, it's not so bad. Because there's so little downtime between death, like it honestly kind of suits the music in the sense that, like, you know, you got these calm moments where, like, you go down and you run back, you just get right back into it. I still never got a chance to try out the archer. He'd probably be pretty good for these. We're getting to a point where we have so many spirits that, like, trying them all while keeping my favorites on is becoming a bit difficult. Which I'm glad, because I really feel that variety is an excellent sauce, you know? That's why I don't like Sekiro as much as I like the other games in the Soulsborne franchise, is because you literally only have the katana. There's no other weapon for you to use. Like, you have some prosthetics that you can use, but, like, you just have the katana to hit with. I feel like there'll be a shortcut at the end of this little segment here. Yes, there will be. I like how many times we've returned to this monument. Oh, wrong button. I should have canceled it. You are able to cancel it if you, like, try to dash out of it or something. Ooh, look at that tree. Oh, that's so cool. Damn, that's a cool tree. It's a timed one. Wish I could reset it. Oh wait, I think I am. Yeah, I am resetting it. Okay. Really? Wow, that's surprising. Ooh, Ancient Dragon Claw. Slightly increased damage dealt by airborne attacks. A magical claw of a dragon said to dwell in the northernmost mountain of Land's End, which was rarely seen by any but knights of the Bastion. Yeah, I noticed something about the Umbral Knight's attacks. They almost sound whippy. Like they have like a whip-like quality to them, you know, which like he's striking so fast that it like, you know, it's whipping through the air if you've ever like moved an object really quickly or like smacked with your arm really quickly. That air drag sound that it has. But it reminds me of, you know, the whip sound effect in Castlevania, which is cool because, you know, the ancestor of this genre. Won't be able to reach him. The rats. No shortcut. Surprising. I feel like I missed something down there then. New bench though. What is that in the background? I guess it's like snow fog. Yeah. These flowers are so pretty. Is this a flower field? Here of all places. Ooh, we're gonna have a really pretty boss fight, aren't we? Oh, you said is it common to have every item give a slight buff? What do you mean by they give a slight buff? Every item giving me a slight buff? Oh, yeah, you mean this. Yeah, I think all the early items have been slightly, for the most part. They'll probably... I speculate that they'll likely get enhanced at some point in the game. But I could be wrong. Because, like, they're all, like, damaged to some extent. Well, this one's not damaged. I wouldn't be surprised if they get enhanced, that's what I'm saying. That knight. Oh. Ooh, the Mad Knight. I have no idea, and I really don't want to know. One of the things that I really don't like is like when I'm watching a show and I know how much is left of it. Ooh, I missed. This music has some horror potential for the later phases. This could end up being like a Bloody Tears. That violin. Oh, damn. Ooh, got me. I like him. He's fun. He's very fun. Oh yeah, it does kind of like Melania. Oof. Whoops. IB? Let me look that up. Oh, this is my first time seeing this, I think. Came out in 2012. Psychological horror game. Okay. Yeah, no, I've not heard of this before. It looks quite cool, though. Very creepy. Kind of reminds me of Dolls, a little bit. Music reminds you of that. Okay. Must have some really good music, then. I might have to check that out. I don't typically play a lot of little indie horror games, but I wouldn't be opposed to trying it. God, it's grim. Clawed my ass. That music, it's really good. It went the complete opposite direction I thought it was gonna go, and I'm not at all disappointed that it did that though. I thought it would go like full bloody tears, like get really fast, but no, it goes full into the somber side. Okay, the timings are really hard for the parry, because there's a big wind up on them. Damn. Whoops, wrong move. These flowers are for her. The defense of the bastion was the longest and most grueling battle I've ever fought. We staved off the blighted hordes, defended the kingdom, but none were left to thank us. Now we're trapped in our own undying shells, just like the blighted themselves. I've dreamt of dying on the battlefield for so long. Now I'll never die at all. I see a field of flowers coating the snow-covered ground all around me. The White Priestess was the one who told me that the flowers are called. All I'd ever known was battle. The Priestess broadened my horizons considerably. I was never one for long conversations. I never really knew how to talk to people. She would laugh as I struggled to speak, but never made me feel ashamed. Once the fighting has ended, we may never see one another again. Perhaps it would be better that way. The priestess said she loved this field of flowers. If any yet bloom, would it please her to gaze on them again with me someday? Damn. Spirit, Ulv the Mad Knight, slashes twice with giant claws. Charging will increase a series of gouging attacks and devastating finisher. Believes you wide open. Feared by his order and dubbed the Mad Knight, Ulv seemingly lost his edge after a fierce battle. He continued to protect Snowflower Garden in seclusion. Bloody Knight's claws. When facing a wall, left or right on the D-pad, the great claws of the Mad Knight allow you to adhere to walls, and jumps can be performed after latching on walls. Oh my god, we get to latch. We get to latch. Oh my god. Oh, I love that. Oh, I love wall latches. The great claws of Mad Knight Ulv allow one to adhere to walls. Jumps can be performed after latching onto a wall. The flowers you so carefully guarded, polluted by the blight as they become. I find them beautiful all the same. Damn. It's because you come from Hollow Knight. Like, it feels that way because that. Oh, that's cool. He like comes out when we grab onto. Oh, he's holding us. Look at that. He holds her. Oh my god. My poor heart. Oh. 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 He was to protect her. God. White Priestess's Bastion letter. The cold makes living here kind of hard, but it's much better than the gloomy laboratory. I even made a friend. His name is Ulf. I'm not allowed to wander around, and I have to follow Julius's orders. I wonder if everyone else who escaped as well. I wish I could write them letters, so I guess I'll call this one practice. Oh my god. They're really doing a number on me. Extreme bias toward so don't judge me. Oh, I don't judge you. I don't judge you at all. I mean, I just came off the heels of Hollow Knight, so I feel like it, you know, it feels a little odd for me too. But it feels that way to us because we're coming from Hollow Knight. I want to see this attack. Ooh. That's pretty good. Oh, that's pretty sick. I like that. I like that a lot. Curious though, can I? No, not really. Okay. basically a shotgun. Oh, upgrading his action speed. That's gonna make him even faster. Wow. I feel we should keep going into Dark Witch though, because like the ability to have range during certain fights is just too good. Well, let's see. 2 hour 30. We were at a similar amount of time when the issue occurred last time, so I'm thinking, yeah, we should probably call it here. It's getting pretty late for me. It's like 12:52. It's about 1 a.m. So I should head off and you know, get some food and all of that. It was a really good play session today. I don't have any streams scheduled for the weekend. We might do some Gorilla, but this Sunday we might have a Left 4 Dead collab. It might fall through, but we should have a Left 4 Dead collab this Sunday. I think so. It's either this Sunday or this Saturday, but I'll provide update whenever I know. But yeah, this has been great. We're gonna have a lot more Ender Lilies on the schedule next week because I love this game so much and I want to play so much more of it. So this has been great. Thank you all for coming. Thank you for your continued support and chatting with me and going through this incredible game with me. I look forward to seeing you again soon. You have a wonderful night. All right. Bye-bye.